Hello everyone! In order to unlock a bunch more stuff to do on Selenea, we need to reach 20 GTI. Currently it's going pretty damn slow. However, I have a plan for this. I got a bunch of stuff together to get 5 more tier-free tree spreaders with the best trees that are currently in the game. And then I got a bunch of stuff for machine optimizer tier 2s. So let's see if we can find a way through this bloody jungle. Let's start placing these down. Never mind. Let's make the fusion reactor first, and then we start placing those down. Because that is also what I got. We'll plunk that on top of our roof. Should be boosted with the multiplier fuse, so yeah, we have tons of power now. That means now we can place our tier-free tree spreaders within the trees as well. I also ordered a bunch more oxygen fuses, which are of course for the tier 2 machine optimizers, which we can build 3 of. Alright, this should spike the eye hopefully very quickly. It's going faster, that's for sure. Oh, we unlocked Cosmic Quartz. That's the final system terraformation unlock. Well, I will admit, I expected it to go a lot faster. But I think next up, we would have to send in rockets. I get the feeling we kind of ran out of super alloy. Well, we got some rods, so I guess it's no big deal. Alright, let's see, the oxygen multiplier. Not that expensive, but with the super alloy we got, we can make 2. I'm not sure how much bark we have either, actually. Yeah, we have tons of bark. Well, with tons, I think this is literally it. But still, it's 9 of them, so that is decently good. Alright, my inventory is full of stuff we need for the rockets. Let's see, we go from 6 million PPQ to hopefully a staggering amount after shooting all these rockets into space. Oh no, one is in our biodome. Well, we definitely hit a lot more than 6 PPQ, that's for damn sure. It suddenly went up really quick. Alright, there we go, another one. That's the final one. Well, let's see how quick it goes now. Yeah, we went from 6 to like 540-ish million. Oh, we also reached clear skies, how nice. And it's still going really quick for breathable atmosphere too. Okay, maybe I overdid it a little bit. Well, the sky doesn't look so clear to me yet. It is starting to get a lot bluer though, so that's nice. I guess because we suddenly spiked it so much, it probably is slowly turning still. I'll see a bunch of plant particles. Alright, but there are some things that I want to do today. Now that they reach 20 GTI, 4 times over, the ice should start melting around the elevator. Does this mean anything for us currently? Probably not. I mean, unless it starts melting really quick, because we're almost 5 times over. There's also still that area right there that I haven't explored, now think about it. I wonder if there is anything there, because going off track of this main path often doesn't seem to lead anywhere. Good news, all the ice has melted. Now, does that mean that it's powered up over here, is the other question. I cannot interact with this, but now that everything has melted, this is still at 0 power, so I'm really guessing that we have to do something else here. Probably means we need to be over at that base right there. There was also that other base somewhere around the corner here, and that was rather massive as well and is fully underground. Kinda looked like one of the shipwrecks that you find beyond the portals. In other good news though, we almost reached 250 GTI. Which I think is the final stage until everything melts, like all the ice. I think we shot a little too many plant rockets into the atmosphere, because my god. Right, here we are. I haven't entered this yet. I'm not 100% sure what this is. There seems to be a bunch of guns around the base. So this might be some sort of main defensive structure. But it might just mean that there is a power switch here somewhere that activates that elevator. Oh, what does it require? Alert, quarantine activated. Environment requirements are not met. Doors won't open until 1 PA pressure. You gotta be kidding me, right? It shouldn't be too hard to get that amount, seeing as we can just build some tier 5 drills. Well, actually, I just used a bunch of super alloy rods, so might not be as fast. Anyway, let's go check out the other base I was on about then, seeing as we need some super alloy anyway. Looking at our oxygen meter, it's going at minus 0.1 per second, which means that we're almost in breathable atmosphere. Which is quite nice, because that means I don't have to build a base out here. Is this operational? Nope. Alright, let's climb down these ladders. And let's go check it out. So this is what I meant with it really looks like one of those shipwrecks. And we have reached breathable atmosphere and got an asteroid attraction rocket as well. Yeah, this is definitely some of the rooms that the racks have, alright. I wonder if we're really gonna find something here. There's one of the nice planned rooms that you always want to look for. Because the top here usually has some goodies. Yeah, it has an effigy. A bonsai pot. That's some free fertilizer right there. Thinking about it, on Aquilus I was having trouble getting the fertilizer. I guess we could have just checked out some of these racks. That would have probably helped out a lot. This is massive here though. There is an access card. Alright, here is the vault room. We need 2 keycards for it. Oh, and a fusion reactor too. How many does it need? 1? That's not too bad because we kind of find those all over the place. And I kind of imagine we'll have to go back anyway. Because there's probably going to be way too much loot. Oh, a poster. Snag that. Even though I'm pretty sure I already have it. Right, I think I'm going to drop some of these seeds as well. We have a ton of them back at the base. Which is kind of crazy. On Aquilus you don't find any, but here we get bombarded with the seeds. We might have to power up the fusion generator. Because I can't find any more chests with any access cards. While we're back at base, let's also make some tier 5 drills if we can. And let's take a little detour. So I never went into this direction right here. There's a cave here, which has some loot. Some pretty good ones as well. Actually, there's a ton of boxes out here. Alright, this place, I think we already explored. That goes back to the mining facility. And then if we go up here, this probably goes to the osmium trail. Yeah, you can see the glowing dots over there. That goes to that osmium. I think this is just kind of off-planet. Well, of the explorable space. You don't really see many resources here, especially not on this part, which usually indicates that you're not really supposed to be here. Or there's nothing there. I'm guessing the same happens over there where those trees are? Yeah, you can see a clear cut when there's no supplies. Actually, they're coming back here, though. Now, this planet is kind of weird. Wait. There's an entire base out here. What you guys hiding? Looks pretty cool. It seems like the main research part for the Blazer Court farm. It's not powered, though. There's some of the fusion energy cells we need. I'm guessing there was something here. Maybe Blazer Quartz. Or they're growing something. I'm not sure. And this seems like one of those things that will probably, well, hopefully power up later down the line. It shouldn't be too far away from the Mega Dome either. Because that is right down here. Yeah, that thing was all the way on top of the cliff this entire time. So how far are we with pressure, though? Not that far. Actually, what do we even have for pressure? What have we constructed that produces that? It must be a side effect of something. Is it the heater? Yeah, it is the heater. Alright, let's go and scrounge up every super alloy rod and osmium rod we got. We can make 4 of them, but if we can make 1 more super alloy rod, we can make 5 of them. Which seems like we can, so hell yeah. Alright, this should make it go a lot quicker, because currently we're at 0.60. And there we go. So from 0.60, we go to 18,000. That's a lot more. I think we only needed 1 PI, or PA, right? Which I think happens when this touches down on 1,000. There we go. 1 MPA. So it wasn't just PA, but I think MPA is what we needed. We're already 70-ish, well, a nice amount towards natural life. Let's get that fusion cell out. I think as this drive takes a while, I should invest in some teleporters. Well, it doesn't have much good loot back in this door. And all the lights are on, which is kind of nice. I found a chest I haven't looted yet. Does that mean I just haven't explored this area? Oh, come on. Oh, and that's where the thing is as well. It would be like that. And I doubt we're gonna find an explosive somewhere around. And then quite a few cosmic quartz on this planet, though. Yeah, annoyingly, it does look like we have to run all the way back. Just for a simple explosive. I think the worst part about it is it's probably going to be bulk standard loot as well. Oh, well, let's make a small detour. I want to see if that door opened up. I imagine so. And then I also want to see what happened on the other side near the farm, because that all melted at 250 GTI. Currently, we are at 1 TTI, unlocking blazer quartz, which also means the natural life stage is probably done. Let's see, are you willing to open up? Oh no, it will not open up until 1 PA. Okay, that's what I did think. I didn't think MPA though. Alright, well that's gonna take a little while. Well, I found another cave. At least I think it's another one. Ooh, this also has a fusion cell in it. And then this leads us towards something else. This is spiraling up the cliff to a dome. A dome filled with water. Actually, no, that's ice. Can we get in here? Just a dome that doesn't have an entrance? Come on, let me in. I don't see an entrance either. You can see something move under there. Which I imagine are fish. Alright, well anyway, I wanted to go check out that area. As well, I didn't see anything that we could do. There was ice that melted at 250 GTI, so I imagine it did something. I kind of expected there to be something here, but they just seem like plates, maybe to like flatten the terrain so you could drive on it. Well, the weird thing is, I'm flying above it, and I don't see anything we haven't explored yet. I'm guessing there isn't anything here. Which I will admit is kind of weird, as why would the ice melt so late there? Oh, would you look at that? Come on, dude, I want to have a good genetic trade. Not your colors or anything. I want the main one. What's up, my guy? It's good to see that they're hanging out around our base. Because if we keep petting them, eventually they'll give us the genetic trait so we can make our own. I guess also while we're back here, let's make those teleporters. And we're missing 1 super alloy for that. That sucks. Our rocket engine, though, is made with 1 super alloy. We have tons of these things. Especially the tier 2s. We could also make super alloy. It isn't actually that difficult, but... 1, I keep forgetting that that is a thing. Till the last moment. And 2, we don't really have any of these supplies either, even though they were the basic ones. Alright, well, the other thing is this is only 1 teleporter. We're going to need a second one. Have that explosive real quick. Alright, well, time to deconstruct 8 of these rocket engines. And pick up everything off the floor. Alright, we got everything ready. Let's head back. Alright, I quickly drove all the way to this door, as this is where I wanted to place down the other teleporter. It isn't too far away from the base we were at. We'll probably move it once we do stuff at the elevator place. But for now, that's a good location to place it at, seeing as it's close to this massive base, as well as to where we're going to go next once those doors open up. Alright, I'm going to have to position this kind of good. And don't roll off. There we go. We can take this access card. Seems like there was a lot more here. Ooh, super alloy rod. Nice. And not much else. Just this stuff. So let's slap this access card in here. It's raining under here. Alright, great. There was actually something new that was added to these racks. I just don't remember what. Alright, well that's everything useful out of here. The rest is just seeds. I guess this place is just made to get some more resources. Although I'm guessing that maybe once we turn on power, some of these other screens like this one will turn on. That is the hope anyway. Alright, I just looked at my notes really quick. I think this poster that we found is the new thing that was added to the shipwrecks. So it's good to see that we can get it here as well. What is less good though is we ran out of space. Let's just make a bunch more tier 2 lockers. I know we need the super alloy quite often, but this is kind of more important. Looking at the Terraformation screen, we only have the completion left, which will happen at 5 TTI, so we're pretty much on pace for that. This is going to take a little while still, though. So we're going to have to do something about biomass. But I'm thinking of when I go back to Prime, I'm just going to take a bunch of tier 3 butterfly farms. That should fix that problem up real quick. This MPA is taking a little longer than I expected. So what I think we'll do in the next episode is I'm going to boost that with a couple machine optimizers. Probably not a lot, because I doubt we have many resources, so I'm just gonna buy enough for 2. And the rest we'll do with good old rockets. But for now, though, I'm gonna be leaving it off over here. In the next episode, we're gonna get to 1 PA pressure and see what's beyond that massive dome with the artillery stationed outside. Hopefully get the elevator to work and finish up Selenea. Hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all on the next one. Bye, everyone.